we are discussing simple harmonic motion. Here is a particle S, point S. This is making a circular motion. We can specify that this circular motion is a uniform circular motion. How a motion is uniform? A circular motion is uniform when this radius, which is rotating, makes equal angle in equal interval of time, and that is known as its angular speed. So it has angular speed, we call it omega. So that means it makes omega angle in 1 second, and every 1 second it is making omega angle. That is known as uniform angular speed. Okay. So it starts from here and goes all the way and comes back here, and the time taken is t. So what is this t? T is time period. Every 1 second angle made omega. In 1 second, how many rounds it make? So answer is the number of rounds are nu. So what do we call nu? Nu is frequency. What is frequency? Frequency is the number of cycles made in 1 second, and this is what time period of 1 cycle. There is a relation between the two, t and nu. And what is the relation? You can find out in t second there is 1 round, so in 1 second there is 1 upon nu round, and that is in t second 1 round. So in 1 second how many rounds? 1 upon t rounds, and in 1 second the number of rounds we have given the name nu. So what is the relation? Nu is equal to 1 upon t. This. So this is frequency, the number of cycles. In 1 cycle it makes angle 2 pi. So in 1 second how much angle is made? So answer is in 1 second the angle made is 2 pi nu. So this term we call as angular frequency. Angular frequency. This angular frequency 2 pi nu is again equal to omega. This we have studied. So angular frequency and angular velocity both are one and the same thing. Okay. This is angular speed omega. How omega is related to time? Omega is related to time. 2 pi angle is made in time t. 2 pi made in time t. So, okay, in t time how much angle is made? 2 pi. So in 1 second how much angle will be made? 2 pi upon 2, and in 1 second whatever angle is made we call it angular speed omega. So omega is what? 2 pi upon t, and omega is again equal to 2 pi into 1 upon t, but 1 upon t is equal to nu. So this is nu. So angular speed is 2 pi nu, angular frequency is also 2 pi nu, both are one and the same thing. Okay, then okay, this is moving with this. Now we come to next thing. We have dropped one perpendicular on this diameter and one perpendicular on this diameter. Let us say x diameter, y diameter. Now this P is foot of perpendicular from here, Q is foot of perpendicular here. Now when this S is moving in a circular path, the P is also changing its position. How? If S is here, then P will be here. If S is here, P will be here. If S is here, then again P is here. That means when S turns this way, P is turning back this way. When S is going here, P is going here. When S is going here, P is going here, this way. And when S is here, P is here. And when S goes up, P also goes up like this. That means when S is making a circular motion, P is making oscillatory motion here. See, it goes like this. By that time, P goes up, comes back. When it goes like this, P comes down and goes here. So P is oscillating about this mean position, which is O. So when S is making a circular motion, P is making oscillatory motion. The motion of P is oscillatory motion and we can find out its equation. How we can find out its equation? When S particle is here and it starts moving, suppose it keeps on moving for any variable time, any small time t. So at t, this point has reached this position. What is its velocity? Angle omega in 1 second. So in t second, how much angle it has made? Omega multiplied by t. This is the angle it has made in t second, omega t. Okay, so this keeps on increasing. At time t, this is the angle. This is the position. Now, where is P? Here is P. How far it is from mean position? From O to P. OP is what? OP is displacement of P at time t. So this we note down that OP is displacement of P at time t. OP is displacement y at time t. From here it starts, the time t has passed. When it goes up, this also goes on increasing and the value of y goes on increasing. So OP goes on becoming longer. At time t, the position is P here and this distance is known as displacement y. So OP is displacement y at time t. Okay. Now it will go on increasing and here when the time is t by 4, when the time is t by 4, where is P? P is here. S is here, P is here, both are there. After that, S is coming here, this omega t goes on increasing. But what's happening with P? P comes back and Y again becoming less. When S comes here and when omega t coming here, again P comes to 0. So, what was the maximum displacement of P? The maximum displacement of P was here, which is equal to this radius. Now, this maximum displacement for P, this is radius for S. We give it separate names. For S, we will call it radius of rotation. For P, it is not doing rotation, so what we will call maximum displacement. But this maximum displacement, we have given another name and we call it amplitude and we give it dimension or the name A. Maximum displacement is A. Y plus minus, when it is on this side, we will call it as plus. When S comes here, it is here, we will call it minus. And this is plus A. We know that this length is equal to plus A, so this we can also write A. Okay, so this P is making oscillatory motion. Now we want to make equation of this oscillation. Equation means we want to know how Y is related to omega and T. How it is related to T, because when the time is increasing, Y is also changing. So there must be a relation between time and displacement. Now, if this length is Y, according to this geometrical diagram, these two are parallel, these two are parallel. So this length is also equal to Y. Okay. Now, Y upon A is equal to sine omega t. Here, y upon a is equal to sine omega t, or y is equal to a sine omega t. This is the relation between y and t. When the t keeps on changing, y will also keep on changing, and this is the equation which controls it. That's all. Now, omega is a constant because everywhere its value is same. A is a constant because it's a maximum value equal to radius. So, the radius does not change. It has the same value. Amplitude is the maximum value. So, that is also a constant. What is changing? This y is changing. That is displacement when the time is t. So, this is equation of displacement. Equation of displacement. In this, when t is equal to 0, when t is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. When t is equal to t by 4, then how much is y? Y is equal to a sine omega. Omega we know is 2 pi upon t, omega, right? And multiply with t, t by 4, t by 4. This is pi by 2. Sine pi by 2 is sine 90. Sine 90 is equal to 1. So we get here y is equal to a. So when time is equal to t by 4, where is s, where is p? Time starts from here, and here the time is t by 4. Here is the p. At that time, what is the value of y? Value of y is a. Now, again, s comes here. When s come here, we know p will come here. It is 0. Does it give us 0? See? When t is equal to t by 2, then y is equal to a sine 2 pi upon t omega multiplied by small t, and here the value of t is t by 2 sine pi, sine 180, and the value of sine 180 is 0. So here y is equal to 0 for this case. So we see it comes here. So y displacement is 0. Now again take it here. Here, how much is the value of angle omega t? Let's put with that. The total omega t is 90, 90, 90, 270. So this whole thing will become 270. So y is equal to a sine 270. So 270 sine of 270 is minus 1. So this is a into minus 1 minus a. So this is when it comes here, naturally a is also here, and this is minus a. So whether you do it with the angle, whether you do it value of time, whatever you do, that will be giving you the exact value of y, displacement. Therefore, this is known as equation of displacement. Now, what about q? When this particle s is moving in here, then q, when s was here, q was here. When s is here, q is here. And this displacement in this direction, let's call it x. So when s was here, this displacement was x, and when s is here, then this perpendicular comes here, and the value of x shrink to be 0. Again, when s comes here, this becomes minus a. How much is this? Again equal to radius, so that is also a total. And here it is minus a. So, if we want to find out equation of the x, because when s is rotating, x is also moving on this line, this perpendicular. So, at any time x is also related to t, we get an equation that x upon a is equal to cos omega t. So this is our second equation. X upon a is equal to cos omega t. So x is equal to a cos omega t. Now cos omega t we also have understood that it's a harmonic function. So this is also a simple harmonic motion. This is a harmonic function. So this is also a simple harmonic motion. So the motion of P and motion of Q both are simple harmonic motion. This is equation simple harmonic. This is equation of simple harmonic. See here, when time is equal to 0, like this, when time is equal to 0, cos 0 is equal to 1, so x is equal to a. What was y equal to? 0. When time is equal to 0, this equation says the displacement is 0. That means it starts from the center when displacement is 0. This one. This simple harmonic motion starts when t is equal to 0, x is equal to a here. So it starts from the maximum amplitude a, not with the 0. So at the starting amplitude is maximum. What is the equation? A cos omega t. At the start amplitude is 0. What is the equation? A sin omega t. Please remember it. So this is start. This is also start. Here start. This is the difference between two simple harmonic motion. It represents a simple harmonic motion when starting displacement is 0. This represents a simple harmonic motion when starting displacement is full a plus a. So this is what is the difference between these two equations. Okay, but both are simple harmonic motions. We can choose any. What I prefer is working with this equation because it has a simple similarity that when time is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. And when time is t by 4, then only y becomes a. So we work with this. But one can work with this, one can work with this, any of them. So this is equation of displacement. When the displacement is maximum, when the time is t by 4 and the time is 3t by 4. When it is 0, when the time is 0 and the time is t by 2, then this displacement is 0. I am talking about this. So now we are in a position to write that when S is doing a circular motion, P is doing a simple harmonic motion. This we will remember because this equation represents a simple harmonic term, a simple harmonic motion. So this is equation of displacement. Now after this, what is the velocity of P at this time t? Now there is another term, that is phase. What is the meaning of phase and how we are using phase in simple harmonic motion? That we will see in the next lecture. Thank you.